Hey everybody, welcome back to Craps University. Today we're going to break down the math behind the game. This will help you understand the house edge on just about every bet on my current table. So we're going to talk about what it is, how it's calculated, and which bets give you the best chance to win the table. So by the end of this episode, you'll have a complete understanding of exactly how the house makes its money and how to minimize its advantage. So first, let's define what house edge is. House edge is the casino's statistical advantage over you on any given bet. So I can say every single bet, except for an odds bet back here on the pass, don't pass, or come or don't come, has a house edge. So even when you're playing odds bets, there might be zero house edge, but you're playing behind a flat bet, which has a house edge. So statistically, it's not a zero edge bet, technically, in my book, because you have to combine the two. You can't just play odds without playing that flat bet. I mean, you can by playing there, but that doesn't give you a statistical zero house edge. That has a flat bet calculated into it. So the house edge also represents the average percentage of each bet that the house expects to win in the long run. Unlike variance, which tells you how much your results will swing in a session, house edge tells you the slow erosion of your bankroll. And that's why I stress I'd like to play craps for a long time, but you have to be careful, okay? Because your bankroll will erode over time. It's built into the game. So how is it calculated? So to calculate the house edge, it's your expected loss divided by your initial wager times 100. So for example, if you expect to lose 1.41 per $100 when you're just playing the pass line bet per hour, the house edge on a pass line bet is 1.41%. You can derive that by multiplying each outcome probability by its net win or loss. So that's the erosion that happens. There are, and we'll go through by bet, and I'll do a lot of talking, but I will edit this video and pop up text onto the screen so you can see it clearly. So let's start with the pass line and come bets, okay? That has a 1.41 house edge. That has a 1.41 house edge. They're identical in math for the pass line and come. And they're the cornerstone of craps betting, basically. Some people don't play the come bet. I play the come bet. I really like it. So next, the don't pass and the don't come. Don't pass is there. Don't come is there. the house edge on a don't pass is 1.36%. It's less than a pass line, but the casino tries to find ways to even these out as closely. And if you notice, you see the 12 here. That is one way that that's a push. It's not a win. That's a push. So that is another way that the casino is getting that closer to the pass line. You see it here, here, here. So if you ever wondered what that meant, that's what it is. And bets, the theory, I'll talk about some theory here, is some people are like, oh, I'm going to put the points of 4, so I'm on 10 times odds table, I'm going to drop 250 odds, right? Is that a truly good bet when you put odds and you're risking $250 to win that? So you win half of it basically. So the thought is, why not just play a bigger base bet? Because you're going to get 1-to-1 here, where you get 1 for every 2 if it's a 4. So I prefer to probably play a larger base bet or flat bet here than a pass line, because pass line, there are many advantages on bigger payouts on the odds. That's my personal opinion about it. Instead of playing odds, just play bigger bets, which is not bad. So true odds bets. 0 house edge is full odds. But to get full odds, you have to place a bet here that only gets paid 1-to-1. So on a pass line, yes, the more odds you put down, the more money you will win. The odds here, the more odds you put on a don't pass, the less that you will get paid. So just understand that and know it. I do both. I play odds sometimes if I don't have a big enough bet, or if I play at a 10x table and I have a $100 flat bet, I'll drop $1,000 down there, and it works out. Sometimes they hit the number, like even back to back. So know the risk. Place bets. So when you place the 6 and 8 here, the house edge is 1.52. That's almost as good as a pass line bet. So that is something to think about, is you might place a 6 and 8 instead of pass line if you're not the shooter. It's all up to you, like what you want to do. I like place bets on the inside. So moving out to the 5 and 9, the house edge is 4%. And then when you move out farther to the 4 and 10, now we're getting into like, okay, 6.67% house edge. So as you move out from the 6 and 8, this pays on a place bet 7 for every 5, okay? Oh, excuse me, 7 for every 6. That's why you want multiples of 6. So if you put 25, that's really, your payout's really on a $24 bet. That's why you cap it in 30, and the payout is 35. If you move to the 5 and 9, the payout for $25 is also 35. You get paid 7 for every 5 that you bet here. So 25 divided by 5 is 5 times 7, 35. So very almost elementary type math. And then on the 4 and 10, the house edge is rising, but the payout's better. You put $25, let's say you buy it for $1, okay? But your payout instead of 35 is 50, okay? So bigger the risk, the more the reward. Pretty straightforward. And those we talked about are pretty standard. That's the core, at least my core to craps betting. So when we look at the field bet, okay? The field bet is a very interesting bet. It's not a horrible bet, but there is on any amount of money you put, if you put $100 down, you should expect to lose $6 an hour. Even when you're winning, you're still going to lose $6 an hour possibly, okay? Because of the odds, or the house edge is 5.56%. Now, this table, notice here, the 12 pays triple. If you can find a table where the 12 pays triple, the house edge is only 2.78. Is half. Almost half of, is actually half, yeah. Just by the 12 paying triple. So look for the tables that pay triple. They might be very hard to find out in the wild. This table is very user gambler centric. So we're not a casino. We're not here to make money. I'm here to demonstrate things. If you can find that, that's better than placing the 5 and 9. So that's where the field bet wins, because if the 12 rolls and you have $100 out there, there's your payout, $300. That's how you're gaining and clawing back the house edge, because the bigger the payout. Hard ways, okay? Right here, hard ways. I like hard ways. I like starting with small bets on all of them, say $5. And if I hit one, I basically pay this off and then I press all of them to 10. If that hits, I'm making money at that time, playing with casino money. So let's talk about the house edge on the 4 and 10, okay? The 4 and 10 on this table pay 8 to 1. Most casinos pay 7 to 1. The house edge is 11.11%, okay? It's, some people call it a sucker bet, but play it smart. Don't try to drop $100 on each one of these, because you're gonna lose. $20 on a $25 table, that's acceptable risk to me. Now, the 6 and 8, the house edge is only 9%, 9.09. So large payouts, but low probability. It's a pure gamble. But if you play it smart, I've pressed up a hard ways to almost $200 in a very hot roll. If that $200 would have hit at a casino on 6 and 8 that pays 9 to 1. Here, this table pays 10 to 1, but 9 to 1. $200, that's $1,800 win. And all along, I was pressing. I started with $5 and we were pressing. Another strategy is if you hit a easy 8, they take that bet as a loss. I don't reset at what I press to. I reset all the way down to the bottom, which is $5. I think that that is an acceptable way to gamble. So one roll proposition bets, okay? So these hard ways are called all day hard ways. They will be up until a 7 out happens or the easy way is hit. So any 7, right here. This table pays true odds 5 to 1. Casinos will pay 4 to 1. That has a house edge of 16.67%. Whew, okay. Now we're getting up there. And then when we talk about horn bets, okay? A horn bet is any craps and the 11. They pay anywhere between, or the house edge is anywhere between 11.11% and 13.89%. So horn bets are involved, of course. Horn, you can say horn high. If you put there, since there's 4 bets, you say horn high, you throw 25, they'll put 5 on the rest, 10 here. It's world bet is considered in there. They have the 7s. I don't have the statistics on hot bets, but I'm sure that these hot bets up here, they're one roll bet and you're betting on a specific number and dice combination to come out. So be very, very careful. They pay, well, if you hop the easy ways, they pay 15 to 1. If you hop the hard ways, 30 to 1. So the higher the payout, the higher the house edge. Just remember that. And when I say higher the payout, how much you would win, and it's a one roll bet too. So expected loss per $100 per hour. We talked about that on a lot of bets, but if you're playing hard ways, you should expect to lose about $10 an hour. So be smart when you're playing these bets, these highly volatile proposition bets. High risk, high reward. Variance means you might see short-term wins, but long-term house edge always wins. And so you might be at the table for 2 hours, but the table might be running 24 hours for the casino off of 3 different dealership shifts. So just remember that. The casino doesn't care about a 2-hour spike in some losses. They care about the other 22 hours that they might be raking in money. And they do. And then always set your session loss limits on anything that you're betting. Don't go wild and just let it get away from you. So here's some strategies to mitigate house edge. Always play the pass line or come with full odds, okay? You put 25 on the pass line and you're at a 3, 4, 5 table, 6 gets hit. Always put 125 behind, okay? That's how you're gonna drive the house edge down. If you only put 25 or you don't put anything, you're only getting paid 1 to 1. So just know that, but only do what you feel comfortable. Knowing is one thing, doing what you feel comfortable is the other. And then use buy bets on the 4 and 10. Once you get the $25, A lot of casinos automatically buy it for you, and they'll ask you for $1. But just remember, buy the 4 and 10. And then avoid high house edge prop bets unless you're chasing adrenaline. I'll play some prop bets sometimes. It's not core to my gameplay, but there are some times where you might be with a hot shooter and you know it. So I might hop the inside easies. And so I might hop the inside easies for, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different combos. You might do $40, $80, $120. It's up to you. If you do $40, that's $5 a bet. $80, $10, $160, $20. You know, you can just do the math because that's 8 bets that you're making. That's worked out for me, and people at the table see the payout sometimes and they're like, what the heck? And the first thing I say is, I don't advise doing that, because there are times I've hopped the inside easies and it hits 4 and 10, or it hits craps, or yo. You don't get paid, you lose it. And then just remember, flat bets are the core. So use bets selectively as a hedge, okay? We've talked about hedging in other strategy videos. Go watch those to understand what hedging is. And then consider alternating dark side, don't pass when the table's hot, okay? Or cold. So there's a strategy I like to play. I'm either playing the pass line or the don't pass. It doesn't really matter. But I'm mixing in one don't come with other come bets. That's an interesting strategy, because don't come, okay, come bet will travel to any number that is rolled, okay? That is up here in the bar. Gets paid on 7 and 11, of course, and it loses on 2, 3, 12. It's a forced move. It'll move in here. Then you have the opportunity to put odds. Now, don't come is a little bit different. If you got a don't come and a 6 or 8 is rolled, you can tell the dealer no action. They will not move it. So you are in control of that don't come. That's what I really like about the don't come. Yeah, it might be a wasted roll, but I don't want a don't come on the 6 and 8. Chances are it will roll. I'd rather have a 4 or 10. I'll even do a 5 or 9. So here's like a checklist for you. Focus on the pass line and come with full odds. Add place bets for the 6 and 8. So for the lowest combined edge. Skip the one roll proposition bets. Possibly look at hard ways. All day hard ways, not the one roll hard ways. Manage your bankroll. Understand how much you're losing per hour. And then review your session results and adjust your bet mix to stay under 1% average house edge. That knowledge gives you the confidence to make every dollar work harder at the table. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Craps University, everything about house edge. Go ahead and subscribe for more instructional videos like this. If you like what you see, drop a like and a comment. Tell me what your experience is. And we'll see you at the table. Thanks for watching Craps University.